Just look at what these scoundrels are doing.
According to all 5 judges,
These shameless fighters decided to spit on the unwritten rules of honor and respect. They pull off disgusting acts against humble warriors, arrogantly crossing every line imaginable. But there's nothing more satisfying than watching these cocky rats get what they deserve. In today's video, you'll see how the humble soldiers put the arrogant fools back in their place. You're watching Boxing Sport. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. Just look at this scoundrel. During the stare-down, this Japanese fighter spits right in his opponent's face, but he clearly didn't know the saying, when you spit in the wind, it blows back at you. The humble Korean didn't tolerate the disrespect and immediately fired back with a powerful slap. The Japanese fighter was stunned, completely caught off guard, but the rat's cheap show was only getting started. He kept provoking modest guy. At the weigh-in, the cocky showboater tried to pour water on his opponent, and for that, he got the universal disgust gesture. But once the fight began, all that fake confidence disappeared. Before the fight, he acted like a lion, but inside the cage, he turned out to be nothing more than a cowardly hyena. The humble Korean started landing heavy shots, while the arrogant Japanese fighter could only answer with a clumsy chicken dance. The modest underdog wiped the smirk off that punk's face and made him pay for his disrespect before the fight. Just look at this shameless rat. During the face-off, this filthy scoundrel humiliatingly slapped his opponent. This dirty fighter is Murad Legend, infamous for his endless cheap tricks. When he faced a humble baby face fighter, his dirty antics went completely over the line. At the face-off, he ruthlessly struck his kind-hearted opponent. Yet, despite that, a real rat move, Aktilik kept smiling. Once the fight began, it wasn't an easy battle for the humble underdog. Murad, who was 30 pounds heavier than his rival, tried to finish him by any dirty means necessary. But Aktilik showed the heart of a true warrior and refused to surrender. After enduring that rat's onslaught, he had enough of those filthy tricks. He rocked the rodent with a powerful shot. Then, with his precise punches, he turned the scumbag's face into mush. The rat tried to recover, but the sewer was far too deep. Aktilik destroyed the rat, punishing him for every dirty act he had ever done.
according to all 5 judges,
This shameless rat made a huge mistake. When his opponent turned away, he crept up from behind and knocked him with a brutal punch. For such filthy move, this scoundrel should have been banned for life. But this clown wasn't even disqualified. He brazenly celebrated his cheap victory, for which he got instant karma from his opponent's corner. But for the wounded lion, that wasn't nearly enough payback. And 6 months later, the matchmakers set up a rematch. The warrior of honor came out aggressive. He wanted revenge on the rat in the harshest way possible, but the sneaky rodent wasn't planning to lose. He slipped past the attacks and landed heavy shots.
there's a knee and a right hand.
At one point, the rat tried to sneak up from behind again, but this time, the noble warrior was ready for his dirty tricks. Soon, the Armenian lion cornered the rat and unleashed a brutal lesson in respect.
Oh, that right hand connected. A brutal part is down. That is a knockout. The champion's down here.
Finishing the filthy rodent with a brutal knockout. This idiot made a huge mistake. During the face-off, this arrogant clown shamelessly shoves his humble opponent. This is Badr Hari, a dirty fighter, infamous for his filthy behavior. When he faced the Polish warrior, his disrespect went completely off the charts. At the weigh-in, he brutally pushed his humble opponent. But despite that shameless act, the Polish fighter remained calm. In the fight, the humble underdog had a tough time. The cocky bully instantly switched to beast mode and almost ripped the soldier's liver out.
I can just guarantee you there'll be...
The Pole got back up, but the bloody scene repeated again. Hungry for revenge, Wrzosek refused to give up and rose to his feet once more. Then the rat pounced on his prey like a predator on the hunt. He cornered the underdog and dropped the warrior of honor for the 3rd time. With that shot, he injured his arm. But Arek Wrzosek has the heart of a lion. When it looked like he has no chance, the humble soldier stunned everyone with one single shot. This idiot made a fatal mistake. At the weigh-in, this cocky clown started flexing his flimsy little sticks, and then shamelessly shoved his rival. Such disgusting behavior is a spit right in the face of respect. In the fight, this brazen rat pulled out his bombs and tried to sneakily injure his opponent's leg. But despite the rough start, the humble soldier kept his composure. After enduring the rat's wild attacks, he started unloading heavy shots. After eating a few clean punches, all of the fool's arrogance disappeared. He realized his helplessness and tried to run from punishment like a coward. From a loudmouth bully, he quickly turned into a clumsy chicken. Soon the humble hunter caught his prey and dropped the punk with brutal overhands. At that moment, the referee should have stepped in because the shameless fighter was crying for mercy, but the ref just laughed and let the soldier finish the scumbag off. Thus, for his rat behavior, he got karma served in double. Just look at what this scoundrel is doing. This shameless fighter is Jason Solomon, infamous for his cheap antics and extreme level of disrespect to his rivals, destroying weaker fighters. This arrogant rat with no honor bullied his beaten opponents, showing zero sportsmanship. Drunk on his own filthy success, this clown started believing he was untouchable. When he faced another humble fighter, the scumbag saw an easy target. He instantly pulled out his usual bag of humiliations. But despite all that disgusting behavior, the humble soldier stayed calm. Inside the cage, the clown show continued. First, this animal bullied the ring girl. Then he brazenly walked up to his opponent and crossed every line possible. This fool tried to drop some dirt at his opponent's door, but forgot to pull his pants down. The shameless fighter got knocked out by the very first punch. The fight was over, but thanks to the ref, we still got to see a couple of extra disciplinary punches. Just look at this scoundrel. During the weigh-in, this cocky bully lands a cheap shot right to the back of his opponent's head. This is Manel Cape, and showing an extreme level of disrespect toward his opponents is nothing new for him. This arrogant fool always answers a handshake with dirty tricks and shameless disrespect. When the humble Japanese stood across from him, the bully saw easy prey. But in the fight, the samurai unleashed his fists of justice and began to punish the rodent for his despicable behavior. The bully didn't take the strike seriously and between his cringe attacks still found time to showboat. But soon, after eating a barrage of clean shots, the rat wasn't laughing anymore. Realizing he had no chance against honor and respect, the rat pulled out his dirty tricks and threw an illegal headbutt. He wanted to finish the fight that way, but the referee quickly exposed his sneaky plan. The samurai wasn't going to tolerate such disgusting behavior, so he decided to teach the rat a lesson on the ground, turning Manel Kepe into Manel Tap Tap. Just look at this shameless rat. When his opponent reached out his hand as a sign of respect, this fool answered with a cheap shot. At a bare-knuckle tournament, this intimidating monster faced a chubby guy with a kind face. The fighter nicknamed Yakuza immediately saw his opponent as easy prey, but when the fight started, the chubby guy turned into a beast, driving Yakuza into the corner. Realizing he might lose, Yakuza decided to win by any dirty means necessary. First, he cracks the humble soldier in the back of the head and drops him. Then, when his opponent gets up with extended hands, this rat lands another filthy strike. Shocked by such a disgusting move, the Viking started eating punches and fell again. Not letting his opponent recover, the rat viciously struck him during the referee's count. But the Viking has the heart of a true lion, and after enduring the rodent's cheap tricks, with one clean punch, he taught that filthy rat a brutal lesson in respect. You've been watching Boxing Sport. I'm sure you enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more epic moments like this.